Brothers Farley, and I host the Rich Girl series every single week. And this last couple of weeks, we had guest speakers on, and we will have another guest speaker on for next week. Now, I want to interrupt everything for just a few minutes because, well, actually, a couple of seconds, really, because I've had something on my mind that I really want to talk about today. And recently, I listened to a podcast by Betty Hart that really inspired this entire topic. And I want to call this cancer. This isn't, it is a cancer, a type of cancer, I believe, but it's called cancel culture. Okay, hang with me for a second. I'm going to explore this a little bit more. So, this is Rich Girl, series number 109, and you are listening to me either live today on Facebook Live Workshop or you are catching this on the replay. You can also catch this whole entire segment and then, oh my gosh, I think about 100 of them on YouTube under Rich Girl / Suzanne Brothers. Okay, you'll have them all. You'll have them all. Thank you for sharing this with your friends, family, relatives, whatever. And my whole purpose in doing this is to create content that will support your life, give you new insights about different things, and have it help us to be really rich in every single area of our life. Okay, so let's get into our topic today. What has existed throughout time is canceling people from one's life. When we disagree with what someone has said, done, or usually both, we sometimes just cancel them out of our life. And we experience hurt or violation or some sort, even secondhand, of all the above things I just said. And we can even cancel people out of our lives because of our perception about what someone else thought or said about them. Okay, are you with me on this? And maybe we even befriend them, block their phone calls, take them off our Christmas list, stop talking to them, or just plainly do not respond. Hey, they were part of our world, but not anymore. Done. Nope, we got it done. They're not a part of our world anymore. Now, this actually has happened to me. One example that haunted me for years was my relationship with one of my best friends. We were raising our children together. We were very, very close friendships. We had very close friendship, and we even built our houses very close to one another. We saw each other daily. We spoke several times a day, and I loved this friendship. And I felt more like a sister best friend than anything. But life happened. We had several disagreements that never really got talked out. hmm So things happen. They happened for us. Both of us changed. Both of us changed, had things that changed in our lives that would change our lives forever. And I had my perspective, she had hers. We parted somewhat silently. And within about a year, we moved. I moved away from the hurt. I moved away from the problem. I moved away from the division. But eventually, after years of pleasant, short conversations, we came back together as friends. She was diagnosed with cancer. Now, we knew it did not need to be said. Canceling each other out was simply just too painful anymore. So in our private realm, let's talk about when we cancel people within our personal life. The people who have loved us, we have loved them, but due to some sort of divide, we make a decision to cancel them out of our lives. And I want to suggest today that canceling culture needs to change, and instead we need to move to compassion culture. Showing compassion does not mean that we endorse them. For us to have a canceling culture, we have to believe that we are right. We have to believe that we are right, 100% right, no possibility of being wrong, and the other person does not have the ability to grow or change or develop, and they certainly are not right. And all of this is problematic. There are times when I knew I was right. Oh my gosh, you guys, I knew that I knew that I knew that I was right. I was so stubborn in my rightness and also in my righteousness. I just knew that I was right, right, right. Only discovered that I was wrong. I mean, badly wrong. Completely missed the mark. Now, if this has happened to me, maybe it's happened to you and others out there. Of course it has. I know that I have changed, however. Over the years, I have changed. Haven't you? We've all changed. They're key elements of why we change. We all change. The Suzanne that was 10 is not the Suzanne at 21 or 38 or now in my 60s. If I'm able to change, then why would I not be willing to give that same grace to others? People do change all the time. Some people change instantly, right? So what should we do, you guys? Seriously, what should we do? Could we substitute cancel with compassion? We do not talk about this much. Compassion, no, we don't talk about it much. But compassion means to suffer with someone, alongside someone. When my when my dad would get into a conversations, that would cause a lot of people to be very uncomfortable a lot of times. And a type of canceling would have been not to invite him to our home as much. But what if we decided to suffer alongside with them? What if our love was so big, so deep, and so strong that we were willing to suffer even when it was painful and uncomfortable, or both? Please know that I am not suggesting here, I'm not suggesting your right to cancel anyone out of your life. But what I am suggesting is it may not be always the best way. So when we decide to cancel someone out of our lives, or at least seriously reduce them out of our life, then what we are taking is 2 points of view away. There's ours, and then there's theirs. If we, because of the hard relationship, that you could plant anyone's name in that hard relationship. Okay, think of someone, plant that name in your head right now. That would be one of the ways that we could plant seeds of change with maybe the person that you're thinking about right now. And these things are changed, like seeds of influence, seeds of a different perspective. We could plant those. New thought, right? But you know what? I know there's no guarantee. If you plant a seed, you got to water it, you got to give it sun, fertilize it. You can't just plant it and then leave it. What I think of is you. And I think of that if I do not plant new seeds, then who will? Who will if it won't be you and I? When we suffer alongside someone, we are actually valuing the total person rather than just one part of them, like a belief system or their opinion. We are choosing to believe the total of that person is more valuable than the individual parts of that person. I have another friend that we are total opposites. We many times don't agree on things, and we're kind of quiet about it, but we don't agree. And I'm sure that my lack of attention to some things drives her nuts. And her attention to things I think are minor cause her also frustration. But we kind of believe each other are wrong in some sort of particle of way. And usually we do not shift our views. However, we're still great friends. However, we spend time together. We also vacation together, and we respect each other's differences. Our friendship grows even though we don't see eye to eye on everything. We choose to be curious about our differences. Now, you may have noticed that I have not said the word, which would apply here, judge or being judged. This may be a good time to bring it up right now. So have we stopped and really walked a mile in that other person's shoes to understand why do they believe the way they believe? If you were to pick up the phone and call someone who you may have canceled in your life and say, hey, I bet if we were both to go back to that place, we would do things differently. I will always love you. Can we start again? You may never see eye to eye about the things that divided you. However, the respect and love can return. No regrets. No regrets. No delays or waiting for better timing or if they meet you halfway. Nope, don't negotiate this. What we are inspired to do may very well be a spiritual prompting, may come from a very much a higher source. So, can we be a people who chooses compassion over canceling? Can we calm down the popular messages that say when things go wrong or people are doing this or that, the advice is to cancel them, push them off like crumbs off the table? Can we avoid that? Can we stop for a moment and think of compassion for another human being who has flaws as we do? Yeah, they have flaws, we have flaws. Can we honestly practice curiosity and empathy? This could be a better personal philosophy for sure. You guys, there are no promises that the seeds that we plant will take hold and influence or change. There are no promises here. But what I have to say is that we are the sum total of all the people that we have known, loved, disagreed with, had challenges with, had a host of other real life experiences, or had a 5-minute interaction. None of us have ever been without flaws. No one gets a perfect life here. No. And no one gets to say they had a perfect life. No. Mother Teresa, Gandhi, or that once perfect man that you married, or the daddy of your once little girl eyes. All of us are flawed humans. Here on earth, that's what we are. But we're also here to learn and to grow and to make a bunch of mistakes. And we will, of course, and so will everyone else. All the people that you and I have ever known have planted seeds in our lives. Some I saw and felt, but most, gotta admit, most I didn't. I didn't. Nevertheless, that influence is still there no matter my personal awareness of it. So, can we become a community that plants seeds? Seeds of tolerance, seeds of love, seeds of forgiveness, seeds of acceptance, seeds of difference, seeds of grace. After all, if we don't, who will? So please comment in the comment section on how you plan to practice compassion, as this will definitely ignite other people as well. We can start a movement right here on Rich Girl. Thanks for listening in. Thanks for watching.